We'll now move on to item number 2, which is our joint board meeting session. In order to promote efficiency and expediency, the following matters will be presented to the members of the board of this agency as part of the meeting of a joint session with the San Joaquin Hills Transportation Corridor Agency Board of Directors, which will be called to order prior to the joint session. You already called. Okay. We'll begin with the presentation by Mr. Gallagher.
Morning. If you heard what Steve Abendschein said and the CEO said, it basically tells everything. I've got a few graphs here you'll be interested to see. If we can go to the next one. What are we looking for in these? And as in previous months, you want to see the red bar greater than the blue bar on the green line, and that's the case both with transactions and revenue. I've added a graph here that shows the percent change year over year. And you can see this is a little bit of a sawtooth chart here, but somewhere in March or so, the agency and sister agency crossed the zero line into positive growth range. And I can tell you that in some of these, there's calendarization, one extra or one less weekday in a month compared to the previous year is worth probably 1.5 points. So there's some variation in that, and that's basically what this graph is kind of telling us. And also February 13, if you're curious about that, remember that February 12 was a leap year, had an extra day. So that's worth 250,000 transactions plus or minus for both, 80,000 for San Joaquin and 170,000 or so for Foothill. So on this scale, this graph's going to be moving around. What you want to see is that you're above the zero line, and you sort of, your trajectory is upward as you look at this to the right, and that's the case here. So there's some minor variations in these, and we look at those carefully as staff. I don't see anything wrong with it. Revenue is above, for Foothill is above the green line and the blue bar, of course. And if we go on to San Joaquin, you're going to see the same story here. That on the transaction and on the transaction graph, the percent changes a little smoother. Part of that has to do in November. We're actually working with AET on the Foothill Road, a little bit dip in transactions. I don't see that as significant, but it's basically the same story as you saw before. And what we attribute that to, if you heard Mr. Abendschein discuss these things, falling unemployment, growing employment, housing, etc. Specifically, the numbers in October 2013, unemployment in Orange County was 5.8%. So it is in the range of 5. In California, that number statewide is 8.7. But a year ago, in Orange County, for example, the unemployment rate was 7.2%. So it's moved 1.5% inside of a year. So what Steve said about faster growing economy is actually coming true. If you think about that, a lot of the trip purposes on our roads are business work related. More jobs means more trips, and more jobs generally in the area means more travel on the adjacent freeways. That's my report for the month. If there's any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Okay. Directors, any questions or comments?
Thank you.
We'll now move on to customer focus. Lisa Tejas presenting.
Good morning. I have the opportunity to show off our brand new website that we just launched last Wednesday evening successfully. Basically, we have in the
Did you spend $1 billion?
No. If you recall, basically the launch of the new website is part of our launch of bringing in the new account structure and the removal of cash and the change up to our system. If you recall, we used to have a big. Let me see if I can make this. Oh boy. Okay, I gotta get control of the mouse. Okay. Have it upside down. Okay, that helps, having the mouse right side up. There used to be a large box here on the corner, which is where people would sign up and log into their account. And so we followed the best practices and moved that just right here at the top. where people are now seeing it on banking accounts and different accounts they have. What we have found in the usage by our customers is it's been no problem. People pretty much came to the site and figured out that they just go up to the right-hand side. And a lot of our customers have it bookmarked, and so it's going exactly where they used to go if they have it bookmarked. So the other thing we did is we used to have a large map, which we still have. I think people want to know where the roads are and what's happening on where the locations are and interchanges work. It used to be the main focus of the map, and now our main focus is signing up, how to get a new account, because that is the big push over the next 4 months. What you see here under the quick links, these are the most common questions we're getting in our call center and what most customers come to our website for. So we want to make that right up front. People want to add a vehicle to their account because they had a change. They want to resolve their violation notice. We also provided more information for visitors, so toll tips for visitors as well as how to deal with a rental car, and then we have a rate card information. We are going to be introducing in the next couple months a rate calculator, which actually will calculate your toll rate, which we don't have up and running just now. And so if we go to the new account area, you can sign up for an Express account today, and so we're soft launching, and they will work if you do a license plate account as of today. So what we did was we have two different areas. We have, if people already know, I'm coming to the website because I wanted to get an account, they can go right to it, but they still need to learn more and really understand the difference. We have a learn more section. So if I go right to the account part, it explains that we have different things. You can do a fast track account, you can sign up for the Express accounts, and there's the prepaid type, the charge account, and the invoice. If you went to the learn more, there's more information. And all of these, you can get more information. But we also have this compare link, which tells our customers, if they're trying to figure out what's best for them, which of the different, is it Fast Track the best, one of these Express accounts, or the one-time toll option, is that going to be the best choice for you. A very important message with our campaign is letting people know that the Express accounts are only working on the 73, 241, and our toll roads. And so we have a very clear, I also use the 91 Express lanes, and you're going to need to keep a Fast Track account, and also the 10 and the 110. So we want to make sure that message is very clear, that when people sign up, they know that it's just working on our routes. And so basically, if I decide I'm going to sign up for one of these, it tells you first up what exactly you need before you sign up. We've been adjusting this sign up process because we found out that people were starting the process and then dropping out. The reason they were dropping out is because it said we need your license plate, and people go, oh, I don't know my license plate as I'm sitting here, and they stop the process, go out to the car, or come back later. So we let them know right up front all the information you're going to need, and basically all you need to know is your basic information of your name and where you live. You need your credit card and your license plate. Those are the basic pieces of information you'll need to sign up for an account. So far, without doing anything but people showing up and seeing that there's the other Express account, since we launched the site last Wednesday evening, there's been 1,017 Fast Track accounts sign up. So there are 188 Express accounts. So 15% are choosing the Express account. 119 of those have signed up. That doesn't add up. My numbers aren't adding up here, so I think it must be 288. But basically, most are choosing the charge option, which is a way you can put your credit card on your account, and then that night your credit card is charged. So that's so far. We'll start advertising really in January. Yes.
I just have a couple of questions.
Yes.
On the screen that you just took
Oh.
away from.
I'm sorry. Was it the sign up screen?
Right there for a moment.
Uh-huh.
New Express account coming soon. Doesn't coming soon deter people from, maybe it's not activated yet, or, it's activated.
It is activated. This will be adjusted. There's a video that will be in this. So with this, each of these locations, we've developed 3 videos. And they are going to be covering, explain it, and that's a little place the video is going to go once it's done in a couple of days, soon. Very soon, there'll be a video in that location.
Coming soon will come off.
Yes. Yeah.
Now if you go to the next screen.
And that was the sign-up screen?
Sign-up screen. And if you look at your choose a payment method, as I read all the rest of these, I need a username and I need a password. I need a name and an address and a name on the phone. And this says I need a credit card and an electronic check, not or.
Or. Good catch.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And then I need a license. and description. So
Okay,
those
I'm
are
going.
my two comments.
And we are certainly soft launching, and the great thing about websites is
Okay.
we can make those kind of changes really quick. So we're listening to our customers and how things are going, and we can make adjustments.
And then where, if you go back to the front page once again, I don't know if you can see the total, we see what you see. Can you scroll down at all to see what the rest of those
Yes.
links are?
So we have the toll rates, which right now is just a listing of rates, but we will have a toll calculator
Okay,
coming.
the only reason I go to the website is to print my statement.
Yes.
So I have the paper backup for the check.
So
So where do I do?
what
that?
you'll do is you'll go into your account like you do now, and you have to sign into your account, and then nothing has changed at all, right, Joyce?
But right now, there's a button on the home page that says statement or something of that sort.
It's actually once you log in.
You gotta log in.
Yeah, it's not on the home page, it's the home of the login, once you get into your account. And nothing, there's not been any changes for people, once you get in your account, those pages haven't changed, so you're not gonna see that the people who are coming to manage their account.
Looks very clean and fresh.
Great, thank you. So just one final thing, I do want to thank Lisa Gantz in marketing and CRG, which is the website firm that really was the workhorse to get the website pulled together. Lori Olin in the communications department for writing tons of text. We did have to rework and find all the changes in words all over the site. Joyce Hill in customer service and her team who reviewed everything and made sure we had right up front the things that customers really most want to know. And Glenn with 3M who dealt with making sure everything connected, as well as Jeff Bond, our TCA's IT director, making sure it actually connected when the day that night. As I mentioned, the launch was successful, and we'll be making a few adjustments. So if you see anything, and then in January, we'll start really advertising to come and sign up for Express accounts.
Is there a portable website? So
It's the current site now, but you can do all your account. We have an app that makes it easier to do. You can manage your account through the app as well as sign up for the Fast Track and Express account through the app.
it's just full website.
I think we don't. Not on BlackBerry. Wait, not BlackBerry. Android. Sorry, Android. Okay, but that is on the list of things to do. Is create the site that reads better on a mobile device. Okay, thank you.
Great. Questions, comments? Okay, thank you. I'll now move back to Mr. Gallagher regarding employee recognition.
Yes, thank you. Kurt Macduff, our facilities manager, is going to introduce the employee recognition item for today. And I ask Kurt to please come up. Thank you.
Thanks, Jim. Good morning to you all. It's really a pleasure and an honor to present this employee recognition spotlight this morning. We do it for several reasons. Number one, to give some kudos and respect to an employee who's done a good job and who's been diligent and works well with the coworkers and staff. For the agency itself, well, throughout the agency, those that are watching right now through the internet, intranet, I should say, they can watch this board meeting. They'll get a chance to know this individual a little bit more as well. And then for you, so that you kind of on a more personal level get to know who we are and what we do here. So before I introduce this person, I want to give you a little bit of background on the team that he works for, give you a little bit of context of the type of work that's done. The team consists of 6 employees. There's 4 facilities technicians, a facilities coordinator, and then a facility manager. And we're really focused on the preservation of the building infrastructure, with a primary focus on the systems that keep our employees and customers safe and comfortable, as well as keeping those critical business systems working 24/7. The team is responsible for the toll plaza facilities that are spread out along the 51 miles of completed toll road. It's quite a large campus. This includes this specific building as the headquarters. There's 10 mainline toll plazas, 14 utility buildings, 74 toll booths, and 29 stationary backup generators, along with 9 uninterruptible power supply systems, UPS as they're called. There's a couple data centers, and then there's 2 private water reservoirs that we maintain as well. So one thing about those generators and the critical systems, over the years, you may not know, but we've had dozens of power outages out at the remote sites. And due to the due diligence of these guys that maintain these generators and what have you, they've operated and provided backup power during all those storms and fires and, you know, that have gone on out there. There's been quite a few. These technicians, they respond in a day-to-day building service requests, and they do preventive maintenance duties and special projects for all people in this building as well as on the road. They also assist in overseeing contracted maintenance services and rehabilitation projects. Since the roads are open 24/7, these guys are on call 24/7. It's a rotating call schedule, so there's always one guy on call. And they do a great job. They come out in the middle of the night. Sometimes we have accidents. They hit attenuators and they got to show up. And really, they do a great job. So, okay, the end of my commercial. Now I'd like to introduce the facilities coordinator too. Actually, before I do that, I want to let you know that Tom's been with us. His name is Tom Wynn. In fact, I'm going to ask him to come up right now. Tom Wynn, Facility Tech 2. So like I said, Tom's been with us 6 years. He has a background in electrical systems and electronic systems, medical services, and facilities technical work. Does a great job. His assignments include taking care of this building, 12 Foothill Corridor ramp plazas, and the San Clemente Service Center. This requires ensuring the facilities at these sites are well maintained and in good repair. His duties include monthly testing and maintenance of 7 of those generators I talked to you about. He does lighting, repair and maintenance, plumbing, repair and maintenance, initial response to heating, ventilation, AC issues, painting, workstations, hardware, you name it, he does it all. Hangs pictures and all that. But most importantly, everybody around here sees Tom all day long doing all kinds of different things, but that critical infrastructure is really of prime importance, and he does a great job keeping all the systems working well here, over helping with some of our contractors as well. So, and Tom treats everybody, both internal and external, as customers, regardless who they are. If they're a contractor or a toll attendant, he treats them all as a customer and does a great job. Had a lot of compliments on his responsiveness to work requests, as well as his work output. He's always willing to help out, good sense of humor. Another thing is he takes advantage of training opportunities for self-improvement, whether they're during work hours or after hours. So anyway, in regards to hobbies and interests, he likes to mountain bike, play classical guitar, table tennis, and let's see, what was the last? Oh, traveling. He likes to travel too. So anyway, Tom, it's a pleasure to have you today. My honor to go to your back.
Thank you, sir, for introducing me. Very nice of you. Good morning, all. First of all, I would like to thank my manager, Mr. Kurt Mastop, who has supporting me and leading me throughout the years with his professional skills in technical and management. I also would like to thank my team leader, Mr. Ken Arthur, my co-worker, Mr. Fred Quinta, Mr. Doug Stewart, and my facility coordinator, Mr. Cruz Beeza, for their dedicated great works and their assisting me daily work with my years of experience in mechanic and facility maintenance field. I also would like to have a special thanks to Amanda Silva, Linda Nunez, Kian Kang, Osman Aziz, and Stephen Lee. They are deserved to be here with me today based on their great performance in customer service skills and their significant hard works. I also would like to thank Patty Romo, Rick Hazinski for their professional support alongside with facility works at Pacifica Building. The last but not least, I would like to thank the Value team who created this program to recognize employees like one of us and introduce us to the board. Thanks for your time and your support. Thank you.
And on that positive note, the San Joaquin Hills Board will now adjourn to our next regular meeting, which will be January the 9th at 9:30 a.m. here at this location. And I thank you.